They can hear us. I almost forgot to hit the thing to turn the mic on. I was looking, I'm like, I'm missing something.
Classic Conlan content.
I'm tired today, guys.
Yeah, we're having a day.
We've done all of the errands ever.
Mm-hmm.
Casey got her hair. Production manager Casey got her hair did.
Mm-hmm.
We got me new glasses.
Yep, that he's not wearing.
I'm not wearing because they're giving me a headache. I think my eyes need a day or two to get used to them.
I got Cheez-Its.
Yeah, we got all of the snacks. There is enough snacks for the whole world to snack at this house right now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
There's too little of people. How many snacks we ate? We bought snacks like we were going to a party of 13 people.
Yeah, we got snacks while we were hungry, which is...
No, you do. Yeah, we hadn't eaten lunch.
We hadn't eaten lunch, and we got snacks, and we were like, oh. Yeah, that's what happens when you go to a grocery store when you're hungry.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that. It's like rule 1 of life.
But I've been doing it a lot lately.
This does not taste as good warm. This is Mike's. Let's see if it's in frame. Yep. Hard pineapple strawberry. It's very good when it's cold, but once it's warm.
I mean, I would be like, oh, give me a warm Mike's.
Yeah, it's even fizzier when it's warm.
Oh, yeah, you don't like the fizz.
No. Because I've been trying to drink healthy drinks like vitamin.
Are you not a fizz guy in general? Or?
No, I love soda super much. I just only can drink certain sodas. To what? Is she coming to the party? Cool, the world knows Tink is coming to the July party. I don't know if anyone's watching us. I don't even have the Twitch up.
Good podcasting.
No, we had 2 people watching, which actually means 2 people watching, because
this is our stream.
Yeah. I know. That's why I'm impressed. There's 2 people watching. I don't know. There's people watching.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah, thank you, 2 people who are watching. You're the MVPs.
I mean, I don't think that's necessary.
No, it's fine. This is
We've
more...
got 2 real people right here.
Yeah. Well, this is more just for
enjoying our escapades.
Well, a podcast is mainly for memories.
Yeah, that's cute.
Well, that's the reason. That's why Brian rewatches sessions.
Yeah.
He's like, oh my god, remember when that was happening in our life? I'm like, yes, Brian, I do.
Yes, I do. It was less, like, it was 2 years ago.
It was 2 years ago. Like, it's still very vivid in my brain. He's like, oh my god, well, we were like doing this on the session.
Yeah, we've got to do in-person sessions again. I miss them.
They were the best.
I miss them.
That's why this is called Past Sessions. We're going to talk about past sessions.
Yeah, we've had a lot of them.
Yes, we have had a lot of past sessions. We've done 27 numbered sessions in the main campaign, which includes 2 super secret sexy sessions, and I believe part A and B. And then the heist campaign, which is 28 sessions. We have 4 sessions of A and Bs, and 2 secret sexy sessions, at least, if not 3. So that's actually like almost 40 sessions.
Yeah, and 10 Humblewood.
And 10 Humblewood sessions. Like, and we have 2 I can never say it. I'm trying it.
I will say I kind of miss Humblewood.
Reign of the Draco Tyrant, the story of Emerith. There's 2 sessions of that, but you can't see them on YouTube because I'm a terrible fucking
stop it. YouTube. You're fine.
I'm a bad YouTuber.
We've had a lot of shit going on lately.
So much.
The past month has been very hectic for everybody.
And I haven't been able to get Callum because he just moved to his new house, which he's very happy about. He told us.
Good.
But he hasn't had time to log into our YouTube account yet, so he can put in descriptions for them. Because I'll do everything else. You just have to put descriptions in. And he's like, oh, okay. And then I just sent him the info, and we've done nothing about it since.
Yeah, we've all been having a bit of a time, and June has been a weird month for I think everybody.
Oh yeah.
Happy Pride though, everyone.
Woo! Like half the characters we have are LGBTQ,
and most of them are played by me.
No, Maines also has an LGBTQ character.
True. I said most of.
Yeah.
And I was right about that.
Most, yes, because I think all of your characters are fall in that spectrum.
Every single one of my characters is a little bit on the LGBT
bracket, maybe. Hard maybe.
See it with Bracket.
He's being like me. He's aromantic. He's romantic towards like men, but he's like, I don't want any sexual needs from that. I'm like, we just have a heavy bromance.
Yeah.
Just big bromance energy to the point where it's like, you guys, and they're like, no,
you two.
No, we actually go to bars and find separate women to go bang mid-lead rooms next to each other, which probably is weird.
As long as it's not in the same room. Well, actually.
Remember that one time? We were real drunk. The girls didn't care.
Yeah. Normal conversation.
It's a hypothetical character, so it's fun that you can think of that's something that Bracken would do if he had a real like bro. Absolutely.
Shinrash one day.
No,
Shinrash will never pick up a woman.
No, never again. I don't think. I think he's in love with his wife still too much. I don't know how.
That's his character.
I don't know how bro-y Oliver is because since we haven't met him yet.
I feel like Oliver is going to be withdrawn.
Probably. He's like, oh, okay, you guys are a lot.
Yeah.
I wonder how he's gonna say, man, you guys remind me of my ex-girlfriend.
I think the thing is that Nock is going to be like, there is a reason why you were shown to me. What the fuck is your deal? Yeah, because Nock's gonna be like, you must know why you were shown to me. Tell me.
Knowing he does illegal magic?
Yeah.
No reason at all.
Okay, tell me everything about you or I'll tell the guard.
He's like, I think his family has enough status where that wouldn't be easy argument.
Damn.
I think you have less status than him.
I can't blackmail anybody.
Yeah, I think you have less status than him. As being just a member of the tribe, a regular member of the tribe.
Fucking seals.
You're the ambassador to this tribe.
Seals and shit.
I have a feeling if you talk to a random Asgard member, he'd just be like, I don't know what those mean. Take your fancy.
Recognize them.
Take your fancy paper and go away.
Being in Zista is gonna be weird. As Nock.
Oh, well, we can talk about the concept. Well, Nock, yeah. But the concept that all of us are going to be, in theory, if we argue with what we're going to argue with O'Brien, we might be adding a game-changing rule to Dungeons & Dragons.
Yeah, I do think that it should matter at least for a little bit for our characters that are...
It's going to be at least a week.
And I think it should matter for... I think... It depends, because with how elevation sickness works in people... If you get there the first day and that whole first day you just rest, then you are usually fine. Or if you immediately do heavy activity, then you're usually fine because you'll faint and you'll wake up fine.
Yeah.
And that's like the two options.
So we just have to make the rule. D&D has things that are that fucking like. Yeah. So it'd probably be like if you do normal activities for those 2 days, like not going crazy with combat, like just normal activities. You and after 2 days you acclimate.
Yeah.
If you rest the first day, you acclimate. Yeah. So if you decide to take the whole day as like low activity, like cleaning your weapons and like simple stuff.
Or if you do heavy activity, you get one level of exhaustion.
Yeah.
But then you're fine.
Yeah.
Your speed returns to normal.
Your speed returns to normal. Because it's only imagine
trading 5 feet of movement for
one level of exhaustion.
For one level of exhaustion is a bad trade.
Yeah, it is.
That's a terrible trade.
But that's the point is if you were accidentally forced into the situation, that's just what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. What's going to suck is that whole day you're going to be slower.
Yeah, I don't know if Brian will want to.
This is a huge game-changing thing.
Yeah,
but I don't
implement this. I feel like that's not really his thing.
I like it because he would like a regional. Imagine having a regional, like stats effect.
Oh yeah,
he likes stuff like that.
Yeah,
he's a dweeb.
Especially like so it affects people who live at a higher elevation. It affects them more going to a lower elevation than the other way around because our bodies are designed to adapt to strange situations, but they don't really go backwards.
Yeah.
Like, you adapt to the new scenario. You don't... Unadapt.
Yeah.
That's why getting out of quarantine is going to be really weird, guys. It's because we've all adapted to this situation.
It's hard to unadapt.
It's hard. Your brain cannot comprehend unadapting.
It's because it's trauma.
It's not
adapting is technically a trauma response in your brain. It's not could not be a traumatic event to adapt, but it is a trauma response to the brain. That's why it goes no. Before times were bad. Yeah. Bad.
New scenario is new normal. New normal equals safe.
Yep. Because humans, that's what we do.
Yep. So.
But our other part of the thing is people who've lived in Zista, specifically people who've lived, we'd have to like make a time frame how long you have to live in Zista for it to dramatically affect you. Yeah. So it'd probably be until you're an adult, 18. Anything less than 18 years, you probably get minimal effects of the increased stamina.
Lived in Zista their entire life. If you left Zista and went to like Ladris, you would feel incredible for like months.
Oh yeah, it'd be a long-term stat.
It'd be very long-term because that's just how it works in real life. Like people train at high altitudes so that they are better at sports.
So yeah, when they like go to the Tokyo Olympic Games to go easy to run.
Yeah, that's like a real thing.
Altitude training is a real thing. Yeah.
Yeah, so like if doing it for a couple of months to altitude train makes you better
for a day or two.
Imagine what your entire life does.
Yeah. Because we were arguing this because, in theory, at least two of our characters are going to probably leave Zista. Yeah. Andy and Rain are probably going to eventually leave Zista. Yeah. They're two most likely to leave the city to do something. Rain wants to go really badly to the Grove. Irregardless of what happens in the rest of her life, she wants to go to the Grove.
And I could see Andy being sent on a
quest.
Yeah, like a quest.
To find himself or whatever. Or find information or...
Yeah. Figure out what
meet old friends of Cosson's. Maybe sent to go meet. I wonder if Kyron's father is friends of Cosson.
You know who I bet knows Cosson?
No.
Tio.
Tio definitely knows Cosson. I have no argument. Tio knows everyone. He just doesn't tell us. He will not tell us until he talks to them.
Tio probably knows Cosson.
Tio knows everyone.
Cosson is so fucking cool. I love him. What if Tio is another brat?
He could be a former warrior of time. I think he's... From what I'm getting from our plot hints, because we haven't played it because it's been a whole fucking year since we played that campaign. My feeling is he is, but not for Xylia. He's he was maybe a champion for like Ty'Quorus or another one of the gods, and it's clearly when he lived in.
He's an Oathbreaker, right? He's an Oathbreaker paladin.
I do not remember.
I think he might be an Oathbreaker.
So I don't know if he broke the. Oh, maybe he was to an evil god. Oh yeah, that was the thing I was getting. Because I think that's why the paladins in our area don't trust him. Is he's from a different kingdom,
right?
And he broke away from them because what they were doing was wrong. Because Tio's actually a good person.
Yeah.
And he went, no, this is wrong, and that's how he became an Oathbreaker paladin. So he broke away. If he had to devote to himself to that evil god, he may have broken away from that evil god. Because I think you're right, he's Oathbreaker. We could totally look this up, but I'm not going to be rude.
Cheaters. I don't even look at other players' characters on D&D Beyond.
I look at like Kyron and Jinrash if I need to remember a stat for something. If I'm thinking about something, I'm like, fuck, what the fuck is their stat? I just need to know, okay? Because that's something you reasonably would know about a friend is what they're good at.
I give you express no permission to look at his. Express no permission. For no reason in specific.
They don't know each other's. They're too busy arguing to know each other's good qualities and bad qualities.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the purpose of their arc.
Oh yeah,
is to learn about each.
The thing is that they've grown up together and don't know each other at all.
No, they don't.
It's just like, man, you're an asshole.
Yeah, they've been too busy being angry at each other to learn to meet each other. They don't know who each other are.
Yeah,
my character's a great person. He's very he treats people shittily, but it's because that's how he was raised. It's not because he wants to. It's just because his dad does that. So he's like, oh, is that how you treat those?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and see, so that explains it a lot too. Is that his has like a very sweet mother who has been kind to them their entire life.
My kingdom is the more aggressive of the kingdoms. I believe you're the kingdoms of the wealth. Mine's the kingdom with the warriors.
Yeah.
And that's why they teamed up. So everyone went, they have the money and the weapons. Fuck! I can't win against that combo.
Yeah. His has just been,
we're just jumping from campaign to campaign.
Yeah.
This is our brains, guys.
I've discussed this with Callum, how his has only really known kindness. And so is just kind to everyone they meet. Like,
which is probably why they dislike my character, because he acts
because he's
categorically mean to people, like his Todds.
Yeah.
He just calls them Todd. He doesn't bother to learn their names, and you've probably learned some of his Todd's names over the years.
Absolutely.
And like, actually, his name is Willow.
I wanted to ask Callum what Todd's actual name is, because I think that Hiss would know.
Maybe not this one. This one's new.
Maybe not this one.
He goes through one a year. Not like he kills them or anything like that. They just leave the job. No, you're over. You know the secrets. You know this.
Once a year. I'm sorry, son.
No, I don't think it's that. It's like there's like, this job is fucking abusive. I'm here for my year's pay.
Yeah.
Because I think it's a salary. In my head, it's a salary position for a fuck ton of gold. Because the king knows it's a shitty job. Does that, like, just because he knows because he has
take care of my asshole son for a year and you get 5 million gold.
Well, I think he also has the same situation. It's how our kingdom Svedwolf is. You work for the crown.
Yeah,
it's like a tradition to work for the crown. Making this up on this fucking spot. I don't know if that's how
Callum.
That's in my head. Callum can change it what the fuck he wants, and why they only stay a year. It could be they just fucking die from exhaustion. Yeah. I don't know.
I think they just don't like
Literally, my character doesn't pay attention. He just knows this is a new phrase, and he goes, Todd. And the guy goes, what? Todd.
So for Hiss, it's more so like he is treated, they are treated very kindly by everybody. I'm so used to using he for Andy, so I'm fucking my own fucking characters' pronouns up.
Too many characters.
Too many cooks. Too many cooks.
One kitchen.
So they have only really been treated kindly because they live in a palace with servants. And, like, they are the heir to the throne. And so everybody is fucking nice to them. Of course they are, but they don't really perceive it that way. Like, they don't see themselves
They don't say, I deserve to be nice.
They don't see themselves
also has
as above the other people.
Yeah. That's the difference I think the difference in the cultures of our two kingdoms is the royal family sees themselves as not like the people are below them, but the people serve them. Yeah. They don't see it because they see them as useful assets. So you are equals in terms of usefulness. Yeah. But you still serve us.
I think some of them thinks is like their actual friends.
Oh, absolutely. And he doesn't understand they serve him.
Yeah. They have
also this full understanding that people serve him. Yeah. That's why they're nice to him.
I think all of my characters have this problem, except for Nock, because Nock just assumes nobody likes her. But
most really likes her and thinks she's wonderful.
Well, yeah.
But they're now blood bonded.
It took a long time.
They're blood
bonded. And that took a while. It took a while for Nock to trust Brackett. It took literally going through multiple life or death situations with him to be like, okay, I trust you.
Let's just turn on more screens behind me. Keep talking.
Where was it?
All your characters have the same problem where they're not. They can't tell.
They're not sure if people like them for real. Maybe I'm discovering something about myself in real time.
I'm like, wow, you hadn't had the revelation yet? Oh,
no, I have. It's just I'm realizing that I put it into my characters. Sometimes I have that moment where I'm like, I knew this was a me problem, but okay, I made it a them problem too. Okay.
The anger issues that Rain has is purely a me problem.
Yeah. So, I have in my life been like, oh, people don't really like me because social anxiety, not true, just makes you think that shit. And luckily I've gotten to the point where my friends are like, no, fuck you, I like you.
How dare you even say that? I'm insulted.
Yeah, and it's very helpful. But I think that, like, Hiss and Andy go the opposite way, where they just assume that everybody is their friend.
Oh, definitely Andy's the worst about it.
Oh, yeah. Andy is just so loving that he just is like, a new friend.
I think Hiss just thinks people are nice to them.
Yeah.
Because they exist.
Yeah. They're just like, oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Altok,
they're so anxious and just like trying to be nice to everybody because like, you know, they're just like, okay.
well, that's why I'm playing the fun of why Altok said to Andrew's character, well, I'm not getting them down yet.
Yorick.
Yorick. We've only played 2 sessions, so like I don't have the names down at all yet.
No, yeah, I've been making sure to try.
I Yuri down. Uri.
Yeah.
Where are you?
I think it's Uri.
Uri. Okay, I have that down. This is a very memorable character. Andrew hasn't like put his imprint down yet. He will. You can tell his character will put an imprint down.
Yeah. Yorick. I am scared of when Yorick is like real because Yorick seems so fucking intimidating.
Yeah, he was real pissed when I said, to serve us.
Mm-hmm.
And I just said it because that's what Altok is thinking. He's not lightening the words, but that's actually why he was hired. He was hired to serve, not be our friend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I know he doesn't like me down putting him that way, but you've been hired by the queen to serve our kingdom. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Hiss doesn't really view it that way because Hiss now views you as crew. Like, on the same level, like, yes, I am a bit higher than you in rank, but we all need to work as a crew because otherwise we will drown. Because that's how sailors think, you know?
Within reason. There are people where they have the...
If they're shitty sailors, yeah, but, like, most sailors have the view of, you're on my crew, like, we are team.
Yeah.
Because that's how that shit works. If you don't work as a team...
I think it's Altok's just been in the military structure his entire life.
Yeah. Well, so is Hiss. Just been...
Well, I say our military structure is different. Ours is the intimidate, dominate, destroy military structure.
Hiss has been mostly in classrooms. Has been...
Your military structure is in classrooms.
Yeah.
Altok then served for a year in his family's in the military.
Yeah.
So he has a year of military service under his belt now.
I think that Hiss has probably...
because I quote years off
for real before, but like it was probably kind of a cushy position because of who they are.
Also was thrown into the fire.
Even this is like kind of a cushy position, but like Farseer is a very prestigious title.
I can see Altok's been through actual combat before, but he's used to being on a 100-gun galleon and being like, fire the cannons! And all the galleon cannons fire, and the small sloop just blows into nothingness, and the pirates burn to death in their own wake. He's like, that was an easy shot. And all the gunners like, yeah, we fired cannonballs this big. Theirs were this big. They bounced off the hull.
Hiss is used to being below decks, working on maps and shit.
You'll hear the clunk of the cannon.
Bringing it up, like, being in the bird's nest, you know? Like, goes up there with the, like, telescope. Like, they're used to not really interacting with people. Not really interacting.
They were just a navigator for one of the ships. And they weren't one of the mainline ships. They're one of the...
That's why they were so surprised when they were offered Farseers, because they don't really feel like they've earned it. Like, they're like, okay, I have been training my entire life to do this, but are you sure? Yes.
I just bring the political convoys to our allies.
Like, so yes, I did do like 10 years of schooling for this, but also, are you sure, Mom?
Yeah.
Are you sure? You turned the last guy into a telescope, are you sure?
That she gave you?
Are you gonna turn me into a telescope?
Now you guys give me binoculars.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Stuck in each other's minds forever.
The thing is that Hiss hasn't even met him.
So you don't even know if you like him or not.
Nope, no idea.
This campaign, by the way, might be getting another 2 cast members.
We'll see how that goes.
Because Callum's is like, fuck it, everyone play my game.
Everybody join.
And
favorite time.
And I have a friend who wants to play D&D. So I was like, oh. And I was like, no, we already have 5 people. That's a big campaign plus a whole bunch of NPCs. That's a big party. But now I'm like, fuck it, Callum's at 7. Let's see what happens if we add an 8th person.
I think we would have to ask.
Oh, I would.
Because this is already a lot. We already have trouble planning with the 5 of us.
Yeah, how the fuck are we gonna do when we had 2 more people? They also have schedules.
Oh, I don't know.
I got real high there.
Yeah, that's okay. I went low to compensate.
Not like it matters. But, like, we already have trouble playing we already had to cancel the Sunday session we were supposed to play. And Colin got a job, which is awesome. I'm super happy he got a job.
Yeah.
And he's happy he got a job. But, like, because we didn't expect it to move to a morning session, 2 other of our players are like, one is working and the other one's like, oh, I have morning plans on Sunday. So now we're like, okay, we're not going to play this Sunday. Let's try and do next Sunday. Or maybe do next Saturday. I'm not sure. We might need to move to Saturday nights.
We'll see. We can always ask and see how things are.
Yeah, we might need to do that. There's a possibility we might lose a cast member for the main and heist campaigns, at least for another year or 2. Because we might lose Mr. Mains as a main cast member. His life schedule, because of work, has become so crazy and packed. He just has negative time in life. He's has no time for him.
Yeah.
Which he loves spending time with his kid and loves working and spending time with his girlfriend. But he's like, it would still be nice to have some me time. Yeah. It'd be great.
He's hemorrhaging time, and if he wanted to play with us, that would hemorrhage even
more time.
Yeah.
Though it would be more for him, so he would get him time. But still, he doesn't want to, he'd rather sacrifice his own time for others, because that's, Mr. Mains is a very selfless person. Yeah. Probably the most selfless person I've ever met. To a dangerous point of selfless.
He's a sweet boy.
Love that boy. Yeah. But we might not see, we don't know when the main campaign is going to come back. It probably won't come back till, my guess, December, so January of next year. It's probably the earliest, I would say. Because we need to get everyone back into a real schedule. Everyone has to get into a real schedule again. We have to figure it out. Summertime, we all want to spend so much more time outside because of COVID. So we need to tire ourselves out from social interactions. And then we can go back to being non-social D&D players. And that would make me much happier because I don't like people. They're my people.
Brew, I just called you Brew. Bro. I am so
Which character were you trying to call me?
No, I was trying to call you Bro. I'm so ready to sit in this basement for 6 hours
and play D&D.
Like,
it'll be in the garage, but yeah.
Okay, true. But also, what if we all sat on the couches again?
we can do it for a session. We just have the new mic, so it's like not worth the setup.
Yeah, that's fair.
Also, plugging all that crap into this computer was a pain in the ass.
Also fair.
Which why is our new streaming computer?
Like sitting next to everybody.
I know. Our new streaming computer isn't even set up. Finished yet. I need to buy 2 USB cards for it. I haven't, because there's no edge on the horizon of when we're going to play in person. Because I think the heist campaign will take until January. So I forgot someone said, no, it's not. I went, no, based on Brian's writing speed, we'll be lucky if it's done by January. Yeah. Not because Brian wants to spend time with people. Totally allowed. Totally awesome. It's just, he doesn't have time to write.
Everything is a lot, and has been a lot, and will continue to be a lot.
I have time for D&D. It's gonna get to the point where it's just me and you. We're the cast members. Welcome to the whole cast. At this point, this is the whole cast.
I mean,
we are the main cast.
I could probably play a campaign with just you. I just am not good at... I mean...
We need someone to be DM. We'd have to hire a DM.
Yeah. I mean, I could maybe DM.
Imagine hiring a DM and they just don't know that we're streaming. Hey, it was the day before we were going to start. We're going to stream this. You're just DMing for 2 of us. Why? We're just going to roleplay for 30 sessions. Don't worry about it.
I think I could DM for you. I think it could work. It would be weird.
It would be weird. Roll for this. Okay. There's only one of us playing.
I mean, you still have to roll.
I know. Because, yeah, me and you... I guess technically Andrew would be our main cast member. The 3 of us are technically the main cast.
Yeah, the easiest to...
Because we're the ones in the most campaigns. Yeah. That's as of right now. Because Callum wasn't in the Humblewood campaign.
We could bribe Casey.
Hey, Casey, you want to play D&D?
Damn it.
Oh, you heard that here, people. She said no. You find my new friend who said he wanted to play D&D. We can drag him in. He also has a shitty schedule. He's working till 10 every night.
Oh, no.
That's why this podcast I was working on was an hour podcast project. It took 2 weeks for us to get our schedules to align enough. Me and Chris were ready. Play whenever. Or do our podcast whenever, but the other guy was like, sorry, work is kicking my ass. Then we finally did it at Sunday, just randomly at Sunday, on a Wednesday at 11. So now it's up until almost 1 a.m.
Aww.
Because it took an hour and a half to do the podcast. And then we talked for a little bit after the podcast to like get some details done. And I had to do some exporting to audio information for Chris. And that was a really hard Thursday. I was very tired all day and angry at everything. But yes, I think me and you are pretty much the main cast members. That was the train of thought that wandered.
You're not really that wrong in the...
Well, I am the main cast member because I have to be here for us to do production.
That's true. That's true.
Because I'm the head of production, so like that's why I'm in every episode.
Yeah. Haven't we? I feel like we've done one without you, haven't we?
No. I've even ones where I'm not there. I've walked in the background because Brian's here. And he'll ask me a question, and he'll text me a question, and I'll walk in, and I'll point, and then I'll leave.
Yeah.
Even the one time when he was at his home and was running it himself, I was there in the beginning to make sure it didn't crash.
Yeah, that's true.
And then went, okay, bye guys, and then left. I'm in every single episode, because I'm in every episode of DisasterCast.
That's true. I don't think I've missed... Because here's the thing, almost every time that I've had to miss a session... that session has gotten canceled. Yeah. It's just been luck in that every time I've been busy...
Even some of the secret sessions you've been there.
Yeah.
Except for the one of the times with Callum, I think you weren't when we were here with Seabreeze.
Yeah.
But you watched, so you're in the comment section.
Yeah, I watch most of the time. But any episode that my characters have been in, I've been in. Because anytime that we've all been together, if I have been like, hey, I don't think I can play today...
I think only once someone else had to play Knock.
No, it never happened.
Has it never happened?
It never happened.
Oh, you're right, because I think Age
was going to happen, and then quarantine hit.
You're right.
The universe says nobody plays Vicky's characters.
Yeah, you well, problem is, when Creevy tries to play characters, he over-exaggerates their character. Like, he would make Andy too dopey. Guaranteed. Without
Andy's a bit dopey.
He is, but he has some insightfulness in there.
Yes.
I think Brian would miss out on that subtle detail if he is dopey, but he does pick up on things. It's just he picks up on not the
weirdest shit.
Yeah, he doesn't pick up on the things you think he would pick up on.
Yeah.
He picks up on, man, their hands move a lot when they talk, not listening to a word they fucking said out of their mouth. But he's like, wow, they really
gesticulate.
Yeah, holy crap. Like, he'd pick that up. That would be the thing he would notice.
Yeah. Man, sometimes I think about, like, would my characters like me? Andy definitely would, because he likes everybody.
Ow. I don't think any of my characters would like me.
Aww.
I'd be mean to Greg. I'd call him a fucking coward.
Uh-huh.
So Greg wouldn't like me.
Okay.
Rain would see me as a piece of shit. Because I'm not accomplished enough in life.
Oh, no.
And swindled away my intelligence.
Also, no.
Well, this is just how me feels about me. Now this just gets sad.
No, I think Rain would actually...
We'd agree on stuff. Yeah. I wouldn't argue that. Like, I think
she would like you.
Oh, no. I just feel I'm not good enough. She's a better person than I am, in my opinion.
Bro, what?
I think she's a better person.
She's a murderer!
She's a better person than I am.
Holy shit. Okay. Andy would like you.
I didn't. Yeah, Andy likes everyone, though. So
that's true. But also... it's great to be liked by Andy.
Kyron would like me until I accidentally pet her. As, like, when she turned into a dog and I wouldn't notice, and I'd be just...
I would 1000% pet Kyron, but I think she would let me.
But I think she'd be a little pissed. If you pet her and talk to her like she was just a dog and didn't realize it was her, I would fuck that up, because I just talk to dogs the same way no matter what.
Because I think Knock probably has pet her.
Yes, but you just in your brain you can tell it's Kyron.
Yeah, I think Knock goes
There's like,
I know you like it. Shut up.
Yeah, I think there's something, but there's something Chiron about Chiron in animal form, so you can tell. I wouldn't have that. So I'm like, oh, who's talking about? And just talk to and that would be condescending.
Oh yeah.
The Chiron would be like, what the? Chiron popped back out of animal shape. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah. No, I think I'd be like, you're cool. I should be like, okay.
Bracket, I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't have a full read on Bracket, how what he feels about people all the time. His character hasn't dealt with that yet.
Yeah.
Because he's only dealt with amicable. Oof, that was hard, apparently. People. Because most people in Ladris are very kind. Like, there's not that many shitty people in Ladris.
Yeah.
So, he hasn't had to deal with that many shitty people just yet. Or people with mixed morals and stuff like that. So, I'm not sure what he'd think about me. It's just like I'm not sure what he's going to think about Rain when he first meets her, besides thinking she's really pretty.
Yeah.
Because he will think that. He'll be like, oh man, this girl is hot.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I think it would take Nock a bit to like me. Because she's very hard to win over. Yeah. She's incredibly distant because she doesn't fucking...
quiet sometimes when you're intimidated by a person. Oh, yeah. So that would take a while.
Oh, yeah. Although, I wouldn't be like, wow, you're so... Well, it would be like, wow, you're so small. I would be like, wow, you're so small.
And then you'd be like... then you'd have that suck it in and be like, I wish I could bring all those words... and bring them right back in my mouth and shove them back into my brain and say, start again.
I'd be like, wow, you're so small, you're so cute. I'm sorry. I can tell that's not your vibe. I'm so sorry.
You see the fire ignite in her eyes.
Yeah. The thing is that, Nock takes any comment about her appearance and assumes that it is an insult. Because that's how that has happened for her. Yeah. Anytime anybody has commented on her appearance, it has been an insult. So she doesn't like it.
I surprised of all weird things. I think, depending on how Rain and Nock's interactions would ever go, Rain would be the only person who would call her quarter breed and she wouldn't get pissed off. No, in context, because Rain's also a quarter breed.
Yeah. It'd be Nock didn't know that.
No, I'm saying if they bonded over the fact that they're both not full blood of either of them, but both not half blood, where where people
does anything.
Where people respect it a little bit. So we're just fucking mudbloods. That's all we are. Yeah. I feel like it'd be like the way that some of the mudbloods in Harry Potter kind of fuck you to the pure bloods. It'd be like that. Yeah. It'd be like, oh, you're gonna insult us. Well, no, go fuck yourself. We're a club now.
I do. That Rain would be like, your tusks are fucking cool.
Yeah.
Because they are fucking cool. Rain it's such a shame that she was bullied for them so much, but
well, Rain would be like, I've never seen, because Rain would probably initially guess that she's a half-breed halfling orc. Yeah. She'd be like, I've never seen a halfling. Oh, that's hard to say. Halfling.
A halfling or halfling orc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen. That's completely new to me. And you're like,
well, you still haven't, so.
She'd laugh, and she'd be like, because she'd do that little.
I can guess.
That nervous.
Close.
That nervous stroke, but very close. I'm quarter orc.
Yeah, quarter orc.
Very close. Didn't insult you.
Yeah, I think that eventually Nock would like me. I think it would take some time, because she's very distrustful. I think that Hiss and I would both be a little bit too anxious to approach the.
You just sit there.
I think it would happen eventually because Hiss is a bit more like, oh, other shy person.
Yeah.
I will seek out shy person. Because that's what happened with Uri. Hiss noticed, oh, shy person.
I can work with this.
I can hang out with shy person.
They're not as bold as Altuk.
Because shy people can flock together and just both read in silence.
All introverts are sitting there.
It's like, do you want to sit at lunch together? I have Hemingway. They're like, yeah.
Okay. And you both read different books anyways.
Yeah, I have Tchaikovsky. That's a composer.
That was a composer. My brain took a second. My brain went, were you reading the 18th orchestra?
Yeah, I'm reading music.
My brain like took a second to be like, unless it's a biography about him, that would at least make sense.
Nope.
It's just sheet music. Yeah. The book of Tarkovsky's sheet music, and he has lots of music.
Yep. Okay, so
that's the most awkward person thing ever, is to realize that your friend's reading and you should read, and you only have sheet music, so you just slowly flip to the sheet music.
So here's the story about reading sheet music in complete silence. I know it sounds like I'm joking. But okay, so when I was in high school, I used to audition for regional choruses for our state. And I would audition, and then I got into regional chorus in middle school and then twice in high school. And I got into all-state chorus in high school as well. And in one of the regional choruses, I don't exactly remember which year this was, but our composer had us our conductor had us take out our music and hold it in our laps and turn it together. And so they played the very beginning, and then we were supposed to turn it when the sheet music would turn. And so it was just 200 kids in silence going, whoop.
That's the funniest thing ever.
Wild. But it was a good exercise. It really did help you work on tempo and timing and keeping yourself.
I hated flipping sheet music when I was mid-song. Playing trumpet, you at least can hold one hand when you do this.
Oh yeah.
But like you have to regrip.
Mm-hmm. It's easier for singers, I will say, because
your hands are usually free.
Free hands. Most of the time in like actual courses, you will be holding a folder of your sheet music. Sometimes not. It depends on your conductor if they want the look of you holding your sheet music.
Yeah.
I kind of like when they let us hold our sheet music, even if I have it memorized, just because I like having the tactile experience of holding a binder in my hands. And that's why every choir kid, just ask them. They probably have a black binder that's like a 1/4 inch.
Or just sheet music.
Of just in general, because that's what you use to perform with if you were in a choir and you are singing and you have your sheet music. I do also, though, have an entire folder of sheet music from my high school days that I probably shouldn't have, but I have quite a bit of sheet music.
That's fine. You just can't legally, unless it's a cover.
Can't legally perform them.
Unless it's a cover. You just can't say it. You already had the sheet music. It was gifted to you.
Yeah. I own it. It's fine. Nobody ever asked for it back, so...
There's probably tons of sheet music in my fucking trumpet.
I have quite a bit.
I actually was also a musician. I think I keep on putting my head... Yeah, I keep putting my head completely off screen. Sorry.
No, we can have that there if it's helpful to you.
I only needed to make sure. I realized I was leaning too far, and I was like, I have to check to see, am I leaning off the screen, which is wrong.
Or if you want to put it on that one,
No, because I'm just going to keep watching it and get distracted. I have ADHD. I flashy lights, man, too much. That's why I turn off our stream and pause it and stuff, or else I'll get distracted. That's why I don't try not to look at my phone, because I'll also just be like, ooh, it's flashy lights! That's why I can't do TikTok. I'd be there for... I'd never get anything done.
Man, TikTok is great, though.
That's why I can't do it. I would never, ever get anything done.
I know that it's bad that I'm on it as much as I am, but it's a good time, and I don't regret it. It's just
I would lose all of my hours
sometimes. I have lost a few hours in that guy. Quite a few. It also takes up a bunch of space.
That's a cheap question. I'm not sure if my characters would like.
I think that they would.
Or maybe I'm just more negative about myself.
I definitely think that Rain would.
I don't think she would initially like me.
Maybe not at first, but, like, here's the thing. A lot of our characters are very standoffish.
Brackett's the least standoffish of all of besides Andy.
Yeah. Lemon and I would just try to mother each other. And it wouldn't work.
I would out-mother you? That'd be the most toxic relationship.
Yeah. I think Lemon would definitely out-mother me.
She would try and get you to go get help with your trauma. And you'd be like,
yeah.
No.
She's great, though. I like her. I'm gonna have to work on her voice if we ever go back to that.
Because it's high.
Because it's real high. And I've been playing Andy and my voice is deepened.
I was thinking Rain's voice randomly. I've almost said words to people in Rain's voice. Yeah. I've heard the first word come out with an accent and been like, wait, switch gears. Yeah. Me, not.
Yeah. I now just speak down here. Like, that's just how I talk now.
When I'm insulting people, I become Rain. Fucking goddamn. How could you think that way?
That's very good.
She's very good. Her insults hurt more because she emphasizes words real hard. That's just how outside she talks and she emphasizes stuff. I
think Nox's insults are pretty good too, because Nox doesn't insult people; she insults their character.
She tells them
she's like, I expected better of you, and that's like a.
Oh, I am disappointed.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed in your failures.
Yeah. Nox is like, I just don't understand why you would say that and then do this. Like,
literally, I said that to someone.
Said that to someone. Yeah, I was.
Calvin went. He made a noise. He's like, oh.
Yeah, she was fucking disappointed, man. She was like, I believed that you had better morals than this.
We've successfully talked about past sessions, by the way. By naming this past sessions, we've only talked about past sessions in all from every campaign.
This is a D&D podcast.
This time.
We talk about D&D.
Yeah, we never introduced ourselves. It's not our worst.
We did this every time.
We're only an hour in this time. It's not our worst time. Yeah. Our worst time was when we did it at the end of the podcast.
Look, I'm not responsible. I'm not the host.
I am technically the host. I just lose my train of thought if we begin talking about stuff. You know how me and Creevy do this. We tangent. So welcome to DisasterCast, a D&D podcast that sometimes talks about D&D.
When I'm here, we talk a lot about D&D.
We mainly talk about D&D. Yeah. Sometimes we'll talk about a little bit of Avatar, and that's about the most off track we get is Legend of Korra and Avatar.
Yeah.
And me complaining about paper towels.
We should go into that later.
That's my ending rant. It's just not about D&D.
Your paper towel rant is next level. Honestly.
I'm so angry about it. I'm more angry than anyone should be. I'm Conlan Rose. I am the primary host of DisasterCast. I am the tech paladin on the rest of our sessions. I am the creator of Rain. And Greg, actually. I created Rain and Greg. I'd help with Altuk and Bracket. Those could be considered co-written characters. Okay. Rain, I wrote myself. And Greg, I also technically wrote myself. I just don't care about Greg.
That's okay.
I voice all those characters, even though I wish I didn't voice Rain. I wish I wrote her lines and gave them to a voice actress, next to me.
That doesn't track, man. That's not how improv works. That's not how roleplay works.
I know, but that's what I wish I could do, because I can't do her voice.
Should get you a modulator.
Ooh, we'll play with that.
Sexy lady voice modulator.
Sexy lady. Sexy, slightly British lady.
Yeah.
That's how.
Text to speech.
No, you should not give me that, because then I'll do an Irish one and I'll just piss off Casey all the time.
And I guess I should introduce myself.
Yes, you should. I play those characters. Hi. There we go.
I'm Vicky. I play Andy, Knock, Hiss, and Lemon.
Yep.
From our
You're
assorted campaigns.
You're technically our entire music department.
Yeah, I've done barely anything, but yeah, sure.
But you're the closest thing to a department we have.
Yeah.
In the future, if we had a music department, you'd still be in charge of it.
Music director.
Yeah, you'd still realistically you'd still be in charge of that probably because you have the most musical talent out of our group. I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
Then would come Asia, and then would come. Oh, we tried. We showed up.
I've been in music for literally my entire life.
Yeah.
So that's that's how that goes.
Yeah.
if you've been in choir since you were in preschool,
you just have some talent with that jazz.
Yeah.
We did not get
a lot of training.
We did not get music for DisasterCast yet. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll look into it.
We forgot about it. Honestly, I totally forgot Disaster. Like I don't forget DisasterCast existed because we've done 23 of these now.
This 22. Is 22.
So
yeah,
we've still been doing this. It's been a year of DisasterCast. Yeah.
What's nice is that I won't have to search for break one because we don't really do breaks.
No, intermission. I'll just steal one of their intermission ones. Won't matter.
So I could do beginning end.
Yeah, it's beginning and end that matter.
You okay?
Just put my finger back.
Okay.
Oh, I put my nail back because I hit instead of this, I hit the. Yeah. You can't see what I'm pointing at. I have a really nice big mouse pad for my whole mouse, my whole desk. Oh, I love this, but there's one little like 1/4 inch at the bottom where the mouse pad slid forward, and I can smash my finger in.
So why do you use another mouse pad?
I glows. I bought this first. It's the real reason, but it glows.
And then what's that guy? What does he do? I'm sorry, this is probably boring.
I won't let it light up because I have to unplug it. I have a Razer wireless charging pad. You guys can't see it because the cord has to be set the way it is. Come on, finger.
It does rainbows. All of his things are doing rainbows, and I'm like really into it.
It switches directions when I put a phone on it. Let's see.
Cool.
At least it should. Because this one's fully charged.
A little bit.
Either way.
I'm down. It's cool.
Sorry, we got distracted. Flashing lights! Like a fucking pigeon.
Hey, pigeons are cool.
That's my favorite Jacksepticeye quote. He's like, I saw the flashing lights. I'm like a fucking pigeon.
I love a pigeon. If there's any pigeons out there watching, hi.
He was playing Uno with RT and 2 other Irish YouTubers, and he just fucked his team. They're doing Team Uno, where you can see each other's hands and you like do a strategy. And like something flashed on the screen, and he just clicked, and he's like, "Wait, fuck! I just lost the game! Fuck! I just lost the game!" Because he swapped his teammate's card with someone who had a whole hand, and they had one card. So the next player just went, "Oh, cool, thanks, Uno." Won. Yeah. And he's like, "Fuck! I saw the shiny lights."
I got distracted. I bit myself in the eye.
It was very funny.
Am I still in frame if I sit like this?
I don't know. I have to look at
yes, because this is comfy.
But oh man, I love when RT gets the Irish lads together. He gets Jacksepticeye. He gets himself. He gets Call Me Kevin. And Denoga, as well as Brian, who I do not Terrorizer. That's his name, his actual YouTube name. They're the Irish YouTube lads. Even 2 of them now live in America, which is why Terrorizer has a almost American accent. Like he'll say words with a clearly Irish accent, but he's lived in America a little bit longer. Jack's accent's getting a little weaker because he's lived in the U.S. for like 2 or 3 years now. But the rest of them all live in Ireland.
Yeah.
It's funny when they get in an argument, though, because they're all very Irish, so sometimes they'll begin accenting heavier. So if one guy just begins the accent gets heavier, the rest of them all engage. You're like, this is gibberish. I know you're speaking English, but I don't know what words you're saying.
Yeah.
So they get angry with each other, because they're all hot-headed Irish men who are drinking while playing a video game together. So as you can imagine, some yelling happens sometimes, and they get a little...
Yeah.
I love watching the Irish lads. Okay, that was off track. See, there we go. There's our non-D&D content. It's all of it that you get.
Oh, man. Now you can't talk about the paper towels.
Yeah, the paper towels are at the end of the show. We still got another half hour till the end of the show, so we can save my rant on paper towels.
I think it's a good one. Fuck. It's a hot topic issue.
I'll hold it in. I'll save that.
You're like,
I'm genuinely angry about it. Pisses me off every day.
I can't think of anything that like pisses me off like that.
Bluetooth pisses me off like that.
Like
the selective size favorite towels piss me off like that. There's other shit too.
I can't
My hands.
anything that like that brings me to that like
passion
instills me with that amount of rage.
I'm an angry person. I'm just a really angry person.
I get complainy.
Oh, I like complaining too, but I will bitch. I don't complain. I bitch. And then I cuss people out and be mean. That's why I have road rage, but I don't do anything. I just cuss people out. I just go, you fucking little whore, bitch, fucker, I hope your kids die. And then I'm fine. It's out of my system.
That's healthy. Uh-huh.
And I go about my day. And I'm like, oh, I like the song. And I begin singing the song, and Casey just looks at me. Which is a fair thing to probably do. Someone who's told someone that I hope their kids die of
we all just look at you?
Like, when I just say stuff and you're like, did those words?
Yeah. I go, Conlan.
Did you just tell them to let their kids die from cancer?
Conlan.
And I'm like, I'm sorry, I had a rage moment.
You know you don't mean it.
Sometimes I really do. Mainly when people cut me off in traffic, that's when I mean it.
Okay, yeah, uh-huh.
That's the main time I mean it. Or they do something else stupid in traffic and they're like, I'm like, just no. Why do you feel how this inconveniences me by you existing?
I can't relate to this.
I am a passionate person, apparently, when it comes to anger. I am, like, the most passionate person.
I'm a mild guy.
Like Kermit?
Yeah.
That's a lie. Kermit goes... So that's a complete lie. He's not mild man.
That's true. He also does the, like...
I can't let my hand hurt doing that. Because the guy like shakes his hand and tenses it up and keeps pulling the puppet in and in and in while still making it look like a mouth. Like I don't know how his thumb does it.
Really, like...
And he gets so in and he goes,
just hold it in.
He tries real hard, and then someone just says something else. He's like, "I'm over it." Yeah. Okay, I begin the explosion.
I mean, I can go off. It's just rare. It's rare of me to go off.
Well, Rain's an angry person. That's why I made her barbarian. So that way she can be mean like me and be just
even the one barbarian that I played for like a session and a half was mild-mannered.
I gave... So each one of my characters have a different form of my passion. Bracket has my positive passion. That, like, save the world positivity, which I don't even have right now, so I'm not even sure I'm going to play Bracket. I hope I'm in a good mood in 6 months when we get to play the character again. Because, like, right now, I could not play... I'm too down to play. It's easy to play Rain right now, because Rain's a more down character. I could not play Bracket right now.
Yeah.
He's too up. He's too, like, I'm going to save the world. Like, there's a lot of pressure on my shoulders. But I'm going to save the world, guys. I'm doing it.
Yeah.
One way or another, saving the world.
Yeah.
Hero!
I think I could probably slip back into Knock. Knock I could see coming back around.
It would take me a couple sessions.
She's very similar to me.
That's
where we started off. Was we picked characters that were pretty similar to us.
I picked my hero part of me.
Yeah.
For Bracket. I picked the... Rain is closer to the real me. The real me is less evil than Rain, I'd say, maybe. Maybe I'm more evil than Rain? I can't tell.
I would say that Knock is more...
I'm more good-natured than Rain. How's that? I think I have more evil ideas than she does. And I have to remember not to toxify the character by me being a terrible fucking person and Rain being not that terrible.
I think that you're fine. But also, yeah, I don't know. I think that Knock is my more like nitpicky side. Like she's very condescending.
So you have to get judgy again.
Yeah, she's like the judgiest part of me. But like, if you think about her life, and you think about
it's all about it's always judging her.
Yeah, that's how she knows how to communicate with people. She doesn't really know how to do healthy communication.
Yeah.
Like, she's either being judged or judging, and those are the two. She's very like INFP or whatever.
Mm.
She's definitely a J at the end of that one, because she's definitely a judgment person in that she assesses situations and she's very analytical.
Yeah.
In a way that I'm not really, because I'm a very feely person and she's a very judgy person. And that's why, it's kind of cool to go back and forth, is because, Nock has very big parts of me and Andy has very big parts of me. And they are so different from one another.
Yep.
And it's like you couldn't pick two more different people.
It is impressive.
But like, they're parts of me, you know what I mean? Like she's the part of me that's very discerning, and he's the part of me that's very like giving.
Yeah.
Those both can coexist in a person.
Though I know it's probably gonna happen. That's why I worry about moving sessions to a day of the week at night. Because I did not have as much energy. That's why it took me so long to get into playing bracket. There's a switch in me figuring out bracket was after we began playing on Sundays, because I could think all day as bracket. Brian would usually stay over at my house on Saturday night, and I would just be in bracket's headscape from Saturday night until we played. And that was like solid in that headspace. I couldn't do that when we played on Thursdays.
Yeah. That's fair.
I had an entire work day. I came home, set it up. Sometimes I'd do it on Friday nights or Wednesday nights. I set up the whole fucking thing, play a session, be extra exhausted, and have to take it down. So I just couldn't put all. I could probably play Rain, because me and Rain are similar enough. Because Bracket's just a little bit different than me. He's a little more positive than I am. He's a little more. He's what I aspire. If I was an idealized version of me, it's like kind of who Bracket is. Better me. Me I wish I could ever be. Well, Rain and me I'm a little meaner than she is. She can be as mean as me, but it's rarer. I'm a person who's like, fuck it, kill like 30 people. I don't care. Rain's like, only kill 30 people if there's a purpose to kill the 30 people because they're dangerous to 100,000 people. Rain's a kill with purpose. Kill.
I think I've kind of subdued Andy a bit, because he started off very peppy. But to be fair to him, he's
a long couple
week.
Everyone has had a long week.
Days. So like his
Rain's making less jokes since she did the beginning.
Yeah.
She's getting more.
Yeah. Andy has kind of chilled out a bit in the way that he's like, okay, we need to figure this out. Like, we need to make a plan, because this is a lot. And if Andy wants to plan, like, oof.
Yeah.
Oof. The boy with 5 intelligence knows that this shit is going hard.
Rain's not even sure what to do besides. Like, the general plan she has for this heist is send most of the group, besides her and Delson, are gonna search the state. Probably break out into teams of 2, search the state. Sucks if you won't have Randy.
Yeah.
We are losing a character. We are gaining. I think Brian's gonna make Tyrion an NPC. And Paul now has more powers, so that's good.
Yep.
I have a feeling Tyrion, because we're gonna get him that.
Is it Torian?
Torian, how do you say it?
It's Torian.
It might be Torian. I'm bad at words. Maybe I say because of the way.
Because it's Telerian.
Telerian town, Torian. I see why my brain's just combining those words. That's why my brain also then struggles with Triton. There's too many T fucking words. My brain's going. Ah! And they're all about the same people. So it's like the name Brian made up for that. Whatever the head Telerian is.
Oh, I don't remember.
It had a T in it too, and I was like, I'm gonna fucking end you.
I don't remember. It's in my notes.
Well, I know, but he said it. I went. need more of these. I don't need, this is very hard.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, you know, it's gotten a bit easier to play him because, like, for a long time I was playing him in, like, a way to keep my own spirits up because he's very peppy and it's easy to be like, to have a good time and be like, hey everyone, I'm Andy, hi, you know, versus now where he's like, you know, talking about, like, what he wants to do in life.
Yeah, what's my future?
What's my plan? And it's like, I don't fucking know.
Rain didn't want a plan in life.
Yeah.
She wanted to make money, maybe get in with some good upper end criminal organizations so she keeps getting paid.
Honestly, becoming a monk is further in life than Andy ever thought he would get.
Fair.
So, like, the fact that he's already made something of himself, it makes him a little bit uncomfortable when people are like, so what next? Because he's like, I'm still...
I wasn't supposed to get to this point!
Like, I wasn't supposed to be doing this. My entire life has changed. I'm in a different body.
Yeah, like...
like, I'm still studying.
Yeah.
I know that I'm not supposed to be in school still. I'm old, but, like, I'm in school, Mom.
Like, oh my god.
Mom, I'm in school, God.
I'm a student.
Yeah.
That's his occupation. He's 26 years old, and his occupation is student.
Student. Yeah, I'm going to
Hey, we got someone in the chat.
I'm going to monk grad school.
I do not remember which person you are. I'm sorry.
Thank you for the
emoji.
Emoji? Is that what they call it on Twitch?
Yeah, I'm the worst.
It's like emotes.
It's emote. You're right.
They say emote.
Oh my god, Jeremy! How are you, dude? I miss you. We should hang out sometime soon. Please. If you're vaccinated. If you're not, then fuck you, Jeremy! Fuck you!
No, actually, if you're not, then get it.
Yeah.
That's the actual answer.
Okay, my entire since me and Jeremy became friends in 6th grade has been me just being mean to him. Like, I truly appreciate him as a friend. But everyone, it's always a love, 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 love. Tell him to go fuck himself.
Chilling, bro. Nice.
Ah, cool. Well, we will have to make do. Maybe we'll talk. Maybe you can next week. There's people coming over. Maybe you should come over if you're free next weekend. I'll cough on you anyway. Good.
That's a good one.
Spread that COVID. Yeah. Back to actually talking about characters. Sorry, because my brain is made of mush.
Soup.
Yeah, Rain didn't have a plan.
Yeah.
And now she learned that, hey, by the way, you have predestined plans that you totally didn't fully have choices about. But she actually, like some people like do the, because she's had no plan in the large portion of her life, she is the opposite. She's the opposite of normal like characters arc when you're told you are the hero of everything, and the person's like, oh, I want to do that. Rain's more like you're supposed to be the woman whose energy saves the people of Zista so they remain loyal to the crown. And Rain's like, this is my duty.
Yeah.
It is my life.
Yeah.
But it's also because she's a needy fuck, so like she just wants attention. That's probably the real reason.
Yeah, I guess I kind of just make characters who don't know what they want to do.
Is it because you don't know what you want to do? I want purpose.
Yeah.
That's why I made two characters with lots of purpose. I have like a thing I can do.
Yeah.
And both those characters had things we could do, but I want something more.
Yeah, all of my characters have things that they are comfortable with, but aren't really like a future.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, okay, I'm good at this.
Is it weird that Andrew works through like parent issues in all of that's all of his characters? Yet he has a perfectly fine family.
No, that's fine.
It's funny though, but all of his backstories. My dad's dead. My dad killed people. My dad killed. Andrew's family life. He has two parents that Like, I don't know, he could have other shit going on that I don't know about, but I've met his parents. They seem like very sweet people, and they love him very much, I'm very sure.
Yeah.
I'm not going to speak for Andrew's personal life, but it seems, at least on the outside, to be pretty neat.
I like this little support beam down here. This little thing.
It's so that way it didn't go.
Yeah, good job. Not going.
Yeah. You don't want your desk to go boom and then dump your computer on the ground.
Yeah, fair. I bet all of this is so heavy. Oh my god.
Yeah, this desk is really heavy.
I know you guys can't see his setup, but his setup is insane.
Yeah, I'm not happy when I'm going to have to eventually move.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot.
It's going to be in like 2 or 3 years. I'm going to have to find a different place to live, which is why I need a different job. They sigh.
Yeah, relatable content.
Okay, well, that's depressing, so let's move on to D&D, a happier thing.
The thing that we've been talking about for an hour.
Oh, man, yeah. I just want to keep playing our main characters and our heist characters.
Me too.
The fact that we're going to lose a player, and we have to get Asia back in, which is going to be its own push.
Yeah.
Kyron's vital to the campaign. Like, Brian wrote me and Asia's main characters because it's our first time playing D&D, and he's like, nah, you have to stay.
Yeah.
You're the main cast. You are the main cast.
Yeah.
Because our character's been picked by the 2 good gods that we've been introduced to, like, in the main campaign.
Yeah.
Of, oh my god, I just...
Ty'Quorus?
No, I forgot. Remember Naira's name, but I forgot. Xylia for a second. My brain's like, hey. I'm like, no, it's not an A, you dumb shit. Oh my god, you stupid fucking... My brain wanted to say Athens, Athenia. I'm like, no, fuck. You useless fucking piece of paste. Like, we're the 2 heroes of those 2 good gods. So...
Yeah. Valid. Nock has been chosen by a monkey. So that's equally as impressive.
He's a very old monkey. He's very
very old magic monkey. So you know what?
It's pretty cool.
Cool. Also, she was technically also chosen by Naira too.
This is also true.
Because Naira was like, yeah, you both should go.
Please.
Yeah, because, the fact that Naira spoke to fucking Nock and then also sent her a bird.
It makes me wonder if you are the champion of Naira, which I don't think you're supposed to be. I'm very sure that is what Asia's characters are kind of supposed to be.
The way that gods work is that it can kind of be anybody. Like whoever
does the work.
Whoever does the work and whoever wants it.
One got it.
Yeah.
Because she can move into different planes of existence and affect the timelines and stuff.
Like, I don't know if Kyron wants to be Naira's
champion. No. Kyron wants to just chill at home.
Yeah. Because I think Nock would take up the mantle. I think that's a thing that
Nock would take that responsibility because if she was told by the goddess, I believe you can do this.
Yeah.
I believe in you. She's like, I cannot let you down.
Yeah. Like, yeah, cool. Can you like make my bow real cool?
Easy.
Thanks. Thanks, babe.
Me runs into the woods.
I mean, like, she already kind of has like the blessing of Naira in Vayne.
That's why I don't know.
Vayne was a literal gift from Naira. So.
That's why I don't know which one of you are actually that champion.
Yeah, it's a little bit on the line because it could also be Ty'Quorus for Nock.
Yeah,
it could be that they're just working together, and Ty'Quorus was like, "Hey, give
this
girl something."
I think, in theory, like Ty'Quorus with the good gods.
Oh yeah,
because they're a neutral god, right?
Ty'Quorus, I'm not certain of their alignment, but I know that they are, like, who created Xylia.
Oh, you're right. I think they are true neutral then. So they kind of lean towards... They're true neutral, but I think they kind of lean towards good-ish. Not morally bad.
Yeah. Because Nock is neutral good. I feel like she could probably work with either.
Yeah.
She could work with Naira, or she could work with Ty'Quorus.
Yeah, because Naira's neutral good.
Yeah.
Xylia.
Which lines up with Nock.
Xylia's chaotic good with her chaotic good boy. Yeah. Sorry, that's a lot of yawn.
We probably think Keithel is chaotic neutral, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it's looking towards.
Yeah.
And they kind of swing whoever seems to win the fight, I think is who they choose.
Yeah.
I think that's it. Right now they think Xylia and Naira have won it before. So I'm gonna stick on this side for right now, but if things go south, sucks to be you guys.
Yeah. It sucks. I'm just gonna pretend that I was on this side all along.
Yeah, I have a feeling that's what they do.
Yeah.
And we don't know who the lawful... I know who the lawful good god is.
I haven't...
But we haven't been, in lore, been told.
Yeah, I haven't been trying to keep track because I'd prefer to discover that shit in character.
Yeah, because Brandon's told us all the gods at one point. Yeah. Multiple times.
Yeah.
I don't remember their names on purpose because I don't want to taint my characters.
Yeah.
Because Rain knows probably of... Was it Keithel? That's the... probably has heard that. Knows of and has prayed to Xylia, and has prayed to Naira, and has prayed to Ty'Quorus. She's prayed to those three gods.
Yeah.
I don't think she's prayed to the lawful good god. I don't think that's her scene. Ty'Quorus is a little more her scene. So is Naira because she's from the Grove. That's her mother's religion was.
I think Andy has probably only ever prayed to Ty'Quorus. Just because that's what is taught at the monastery.
Yeah.
As I don't see him as being very religious. I think he just kind of does it because
Rain's not religious anymore. Rain was religious.
Because that's what's big in the monastery. Everybody kind of worships Ty'Quorus, so he's just kind of
Rain kind of went through phases of religious hopings. I think when she was little, she prayed to Xylia because Xylia was the goddess of time and light, and she wanted her parents back.
Yeah.
And Xylia could do something about it because she's the goddess of time. That's her deal.
Yeah.
And Xylia never listened, so I think she stopped praying as much to Xylia. Maybe in moments of needing the light, maybe she went, "Please guide me," and something like that. And then when she got into the second, Thieves Guild she was in, I think she prayed a little bit more than that to Ty'Quorus. And I think she did that through until she learned that she was pregnant. And then I think she switched to Naira to be like, "You save my ass!"
Yo, this ain't natural.
I don't like this. And I think she prayed probably for forgiveness for what she ended up doing in the end all to a good goddess. And then I think she prayed to Naira a lot through her drug phase. Because she just wanted something good. And she hoped that Naira could give that to her. And then after that never worked out, I think she just stopped. She got tattoos about the gods, but I think she just stopped praying.
Yeah, I think
she was like, they never helped me.
Yeah, I think Andy's praying is mostly Ty'Quorus, help me! I'm fucking running from that's the shit that he does. I don't think that he
doesn't. In the prayer class, he goes, "I have string."
Yeah. Now he has string.
No, he's picking at his tunic, and he's like, "Oh my god, there's a string coming loose." Oh. And he's saying that it's destroying his tunic.
This is definitely honoring Ty'Quorus, the god of creation.
A shirt.
Yeah.
It just keeps coming, and then someone just glances up, and they just see Andy dismantling this. You know how like the like robes are like cut.
Yeah.
Imagine he's just like taking the seam from here.
He's just like
just going all the way down.
I know how to knit. Don't worry.
Does anyone have a needle with them?
Yeah.
That's when everyone looks up from their prayer and looks at Andy, who is holding a ball of string from his now falling apart shirt. And he's like, does anyone have a needle?
I bet unironically Andy knows how to sew.
He knows how to sew, because he damages clothes all the time.
Yeah. Also, though, like...
His parents are telling him to sew anyways.
Yeah, his parents are, like,
he definitely knows how to sew.
craftsmen.
He definitely knows how to sew leather, bare minimum.
Yeah, which, you know, if you can sew leather, you can probably sew other shit.
But he's good enough.
Because leather is tough.
Well, but you're not making very tight weaves in leather.
That's true. Unless you're doing, you know, some real fancy shit, which I think his parents did do a bit of fancy shit.
Yeah, but I can imagine.
And
he can do like the Boy Scout pocket knife holder with no problem. That's easy. That's.
But Andy has high decks. It would be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. He'd be fine.
But I could still imagine him sitting there holding parts of his tunic that he's.
Oh yeah.
He's like, I tried to break the string off, it just wouldn't break off, and I just kept pulling at it.
Yeah.
So it just kept unraveling.
I have, unironically, I used to do that.
To
my clothes.
I have multiple shirts at the bottom here.
Yeah.
It's because I saw it and went pull, and it just undid half the seam. I went, no, please, I just want to break the string off.
I have gotten much better at breaking the string as an adult.
Yeah, so have I.
But when you're a child.
Well, that's why I have two of my scout shirts, the back of them, because there's a little string that was bothering me because it was tickling me. And I couldn't see what I was doing either. And I pulled, and it just undid the bottom of the seam in the back until I was like, and I broke it off, and now it's just the bottom of that seam of that shirt is fucked up. I still have the shirt. Fits fine. It's just like
hem.
I could, but I don't care that much.
Fair. Because I'm sure you know how to sew. You're a scout.
I do. I don't like it. I'm not a neat sewer, a good sewer.
That's fine.
I'm good enough.
You don't have to be neat.
I wish I was a better sewer, but I am not. My dad's actually the best seamstress in my house.
Aw. Good for him.
My mom just stabs her. Mom's an okay seamstress. She just is clumsy. So she's the person that's hands are covered in blood by the end of it. So she's like, don't give me something white.
I'm kind of a bad sewer. If I have like...
He's the person who has two thimbles on. She's going to stab herself.
I'm better if I have like an embroidery hoop.
Yeah.
Like I'm not very good if I don't have something to keep the fabric stable.
Yeah.
That's just...
My mom, when she fixes pants and stuff, she's the person who's like, won't go, and then she moves her thumb a little too close and stabs herself, and she's like, and then she'll do it like 4 more times, and then her hand will just be, this whole hand will just be covered in blood. She's like, I'll fix the pants, but I have to go wash them now.
Yeah, I've actually never made myself bleed from
my mom,
sewing.
The 4 times I've seen her fix a pair of pants that are mine, every single time, at least her thumb is covered in blood.
I have stuck myself, but it's never drawn blood.
She always pushes a little too hard. It's always when she does pants. Is why she asked my dad to do it, because he's a little, I guess, gentler or something. Yeah. He's better at doing it. I know how to fix buttons sometimes, but sometimes I have less time than him.
Yeah, buttons is real easy.
I know, but
buttons is nothing.
It's one of the few things he has patience for. My dad has very little patience, but his patience is so...
Buttons is barely sewing.
I know.
Yeah.
But if you do it wrong, they just fall right the fuck off.
So don't do it wrong.
I know. Where's my train of thought?
You just gotta sew on that button, boy.
Oh yeah, the Andy's falling apart his shirt.
Oh yeah.
That's where we were. We're talking about our characters and their prayers. Brackett has recently began praying to Xylia. I don't think he prayed to a god before this until everything in his life fell apart.
I don't think Nock really prays.
I think Kyron's been taught she's supposed to pray. Mm-hmm. And I think Kyron, because she's such a fucking rebel, just doesn't. And now I was just like, you are so... Yeah. And I was sitting there watching her in a shitty situation, just like, you could call me. Mm-hmm. I might help. Yeah. But you're clearly a fucking idiot.
Yeah. Hiss is not Hiss. Lemon is my most religious character.
Yes.
Lemon is incredibly religious. Loves Henwin. Gotta say, I kind of love Henwin. That non-binary god. Like, love that shit. Super cool. I think that, she's just like, oh, cool. I like this. Yellow roses. Pretty. And like, yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if Greg is religious or not. I can't tell.
That's fair. I think that he's gonna have to be a little bit coming up.
He's in the world. I think he's just like, oh, this is a good deal.
Eyeless is so fucking scary. I don't like her.
It made sense with the character.
I know I'm not mad at you. Lemon is, but
Lemon's mad. Lemon has the right to be mad because
she does.
Because she's a person in world.
Yeah.
But you, as a player, has no right to be mad at me.
Because she feels like you already proved yourself. And that now you're just, like, going backwards. Like, you had taken the step forward. And so she's just a little disappointed.
I think in his head it's now a step forward.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Lemon was like, hoping to, like, help you on your path, man.
I know.
Like, she was like, oh, I can be a mentor. And then you were like, actually, I'm going to stick with this sketchy goddess. And she's like...
She said I could get power and she likes me. He's the guy who'd be so easily manipulated by a woman who said, oh, I think you're kind of cute. He'd be like, yeah. Really?
Lemon's like, I liked you first. God damn it.
Yeah, you're the friend who's pissed. It's every teen drama ever. Yeah. That's just all that's what's happening. It's every teen drama where there's the one friend who's like, I always liked you first and thought you're fine the way you are. Yeah. And then this guy who's changing himself because one girl's like, I think you're cute, but your jokes are stupid. Mm-hmm. And the guy's only deal is comedy. And the guy's only deal that's his whole personality. Yeah. And he's like...
It's just... She's a little bit disappointed.
It's just watching Degrassi on a bigger scale. That's all that's what happened.
Like, there's also just, like, now she's wrapped up in this, and she knows that, like, she didn't have to be...
Greg didn't expect any of you to go with him.
Yeah.
And you all went...
Well, we all would have had to fight the fucking dragon. I don't know if you knew that.
I think only one of us has had to go. At least that's what Greg's feeling was.
No. Brian informed me, spoiler alert, that if Lemon hadn't gone, the dragon would have come out.
And killed Lemon?
And would have fought Lemon.
That's rude.
So, I think you guys gave her the staff. So, she could have at least been like...
Mm-hmm.
But,
is the carpet upstairs in the flaming house?
It's outside. We dropped it out of the window.
So you have no clue where. So you'd be popped into existence where you don't even know where you are.
Mm-hmm. I think we saw it outside of the window. It's in, like, the graveyard portion. It's, like, next to a grave.
Ah.
Yeah. Which is super safe place for a carpet to be. But, here's what I'm saying. If we want to go back, maybe it still works.
I think Brian has ruled it does not work between planes.
Aww, why?
Because I think it would break. I think it actually might break the magic by going between planes. Because they'll no longer be connected. It will sever their connection.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I think
I'm sure it'll be fine once we go back.
It might need repaired magically.
That doesn't make any sense. Why?
I don't know. I don't know how Brian's gonna rule it. It's his choice.
I'm trying to use it. Well, maybe I do try to use it later.
Well, that might be what happens is you try and use it and it just goes close for a second and it goes and you're like, fuck, that was the backup plan. Did it work? It made a wah 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 noise. Greg, that doesn't sound good.
I mean, we already know that Henwin can stop time. Because we saw that happen.
Yep.
That was kind of wild.
That can too.
Yeah, it was weird seeing it happen with a different god, though. Seeing Henwin stop time was like, whoa.
I think Henwin's more hands-on, though.
Oh, yeah.
And Sally is a very busy person.
Well, yeah, if you consider the gods of Humblewood,
I know Humblewood's a smaller space.
It's a smaller space. There's less creatures. Like, the gods are a bit more involved.
It even says in the module you're supposed to write it that way.
Yeah. So, like, I think that Lemon is pretty close with Henwin. Like, has heard from them a couple of times at least in their life. And yeah, Lemon just loves that shit. She's so, like, enthralled with them because they're kind.
That is true.
And that's what Lemon gives a shit about, is kindness.
She just wants to be kind.
Yeah. Also, though, she wants to eliminate all fucking necromancers. like low-key, that experience with that necromancer has just... She hates when people are cruel to children. And for some reason in Humblewood, that has been a theme, is cruelty to children.
Humblewood's not supposed to be a nice place.
Yeah, and so Lemon is vehemently against that shit. Is vehemently against the distortion of souls.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, there was a bit of foreshadowing there with seeing her in the, like, zombie camp.
Yeah.
And then seeing her with the twins. Because that's very similar magic, and she hated both of those guys equally. She hated that necromancer just as much as she hated the guy who consumed all that fucking vino. Like,
yeah.
She's just like, there's no fucking excuse. There's no excuse to kill a child. Like,
nope.
And to distort their soul afterward? Fuck you. Like,
that just is.
Like, no, I am going to burn you with radiant fire, motherfucker. Like, it is going to hurt, and you are going to feel it, and you are going to burn. Like, that is how she feels. She is a vengeant lady. In a way that, like, doesn't really... You wouldn't think it by looking at her.
Yeah.
Because she's wearing, like, a sun hat and a pretty dress and a scarf. And she's like, you will avenge their souls.
Little hedgehog, I love their souls!
Yeah. She's like, it's so unkind. She's just like, fuck you with my flower. My rose staff.
Speaking of, oh my god, my brain has now forgotten the word you just said.
Vengeance?
No, well, that, oh my god, I'm forgetting the radiant damage of, like, radiant destruction. Yeah. Fuck! Select a size paper towels. Trying my Brian's transitions. He always tries to find a bit and then switch the subject.
Yeah, what you would do to select a size paper towels.
I think they are purposeless.
Uh-huh.
I think they are a waste. I waste more select a size paper towels than I ever would in a regular thing. And half the time, is there a roll of select a size paper towels near me? No, there isn't.
There's one back there, but it's far away.
Yeah, I was hoping it was on Casey's desk. A lot of times I, like, go to wipe down a surface, and my fingers just go through the preparations, and instead of cleaning the surface with a paper towel, I'm now just cleaning it with my hand.
Mm-hmm.
Is every time.
Okay.
Which requires me to usually wad up a large wad of them to decrease likelihood of deep preparation. And this doesn't matter the brand. This is like Bounty, the big, high, expensive brand, or the cheap-ass brand from fucking Job Lots. That's like off-brand paper towels. Like, you're like, oh, these are made in a third world country? Like, nah, fourth world. Where's a fourth world country? They're made of people, okay?
So here's my opinion on select a size towels. Convenient.
No, they're not.
In my experience, I do not have this problem that Conlan has where I just rip through them. That doesn't happen to me.
Every time.
I don't experience this.
Also, because they're perforated more, they're more likely to rip when you're taking them off the roll.
Mm-hmm.
They're twice as likely to rip. That's my estimation. I don't know. I don't have scientific backed up proof. I have not done a study yet for this. I'm going to do scientific research about scientific towels.
I laugh so much because it's so It's so random. It's such a strange thing to have a torch against.
Well, my family makes, so I tend to eat my Pop-Tarts on paper towels.
Yes.
It's just what I do, because paper plates is too big, and you can just fold them nice and neat and walk where you have to go, and they're all like, your crumbs are in there, and then you eat on the crumbs, and you throw it out, and don't have to care. It's great to do that. The select size, sometimes you don't grab the select size right, you'll only get one paper towel. You have to make sure you grab right in the right point in the between the two, so that way you get two. Sometimes you yank a little too hard on the select size specifically, it'll just rip down to the next preparation, and you'll get a paper towel, one selected size chunk, and half of a paper towel. And you're like, well, this is utterly useless to me. Rip off the other part of that selected size. It's useless to me. Let me try again. So now there's two pieces of paper towel that are never going to get used. So now there's a pile of half sheets and quarter sheets of selected size sitting upstairs underneath the cookies. Because me and my dad ruin them at least once or twice a week. We fuck up delivering them.
Yank on.
It's just where they're sitting our thing.
Okay.
But it's still, because even when I have them on a roll, like, because I've also have to have rolls, the likelihood of me ripping it, most of the times if I'm just wiping something to dry it, I go, fuck, and then I go and do it anyways. But when you're doing it for food, it's super obnoxious, because you want your full square for your sandwich, so you can fold the sandwich in, put it in a bag. So when I'm cleaning windows, because I don't like using a lot of paper towels to clean windows, because it's very wasteful. Because you only can use it to wipe it down, and you still need a paper towel to wipe it a second time to get rid of the streaks. Regardless, it says streak-free shine. Fucking doesn't work in automotive class. Never has.
Shop towels, bud.
Even shop towels, you only can use them a couple times.
Well, yeah, but I mean, shop paper towels are better for streaks.
Yeah, well, regular paper towels are fine. You just have to. What I do is I spray first one, and that one will probably get thrown out. Then I use one to get rid of the streaks, and then I use it for the next spray. So I'm not wasting it. It's still being used. It just means that there is one last one where it has not been used to wipe down something, so I'll usually go find a surface to clean up. Because I don't have to care about the second wipe.
Yeah, my dad buys, like, the huge roll of blue towels for...
They're expensive. That's the problem. They are better for the streak-free shine, but they are more expensive.
Loves those things.
They're more expensive by a lot.
He's just like, yes, put them in my garage.
Yeah, I know. They're really nice. They're expensive.
Yeah. And I guess if you go through a lot, then it's like, but they're better quality, so you probably use less of them per use.
They're slightly more absorbent, yes. That's why selected size pissed me off, is you go and you fold it, so you do it like a full sheet style folds, so that means a middle preparation. Sometimes you hold it wrong, or like you're going around, say you have to go around a shape on a vehicle, like a tile has an antenna through one of the glass windows. Yeah. So you have to go around the antenna. Sometimes all the preparations will just line up for that millisecond, and it'll just split in your hand. Now you're just rubbing your hand on a window. Now you have to start again. And that
has never happened to me.
All the time. It doesn't happen every time, but every time it happens, it's like...
It's never occurred in my experience.
My hands go through selecticize all the time.
Okay, so here is how I use selecticize. Like, I take the second piece, I rip it away from the entirety of the roll. I fold it.
I know. Sometimes on small windows you can do that.
And that's what I use, is the folded amount.
I usually do.
And then, if I need to, I fold it again. And I use that.
I usually do 2 full sheets. If it was a regular paper towel.
Small hands.
Yeah. If I had regular paper towels, I do 2 full sheets, fold them in half. That's usually enough to get the first wipe down to get all the big gunk, fold in half, do a second wipe down to get it pretty dry, and then you usually have to throw it out at that point. Maybe you can fold it again and like grab like the side mirror and you can quickly wipe that down with it. Yeah. But then you still need a full sheet to wipe down the streaks. And that's where it mainly fails, is wiping down the streaks. It getting wet sucks because it begins to fall apart. But it's the streak thing, because sometimes it'll... I've had them rip at the perforations as I'm just rubbing the window. It'll just grab on like the edge and just rip one of the perforations. It'll just fall to the floor, and I'm like, okay, thanks. I guess you don't want to participate. I think they hate me just as much as I hate them. which these are inanimate paper products, so that's not possible.
Yeah, they hold a torch for you the way that you hold one for them.
Yeah, 'cause clearly it's my vendetta. That and Bluetooth. Those are my.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I don't experience nearly the amount of frustration with Bluetooth.
I use more Bluetooth devices per day than you do, though.
Very
you use because my devices that it does work, it works great.
Yeah.
My headphones work great with this phone. They just don't work with my new phone at all. My Bradley Radio is a great Bluetooth device. Yeah. It's because if you use the right hardware and bits and you program them right, they work every time. It's just because Bluetooth is a very big open standard, some people do a shitty ass job implementing it. It goes under. It's probably more of a software problem. That's why I don't believe software engineers deserve rights. They get paid to ruin products.
Do you see this guy?
That one I'm less like, oh, that's not how I'm going to die on. That's more of a joke to myself. Yeah. Because they piss me off.
Yeah, I know you don't actually mean it, but every time you say it, I'm like, Conway.
I don't mean that one as much. I'm pissed off at software engineers constantly every day. Because it's their fault things break. Because I understand it's because they're trying to fix it and they type something in wrong. Yeah. I know they have a hard job. I just hate when they don't validate fucking shit. And I know it's because the companies are pushing them. But as an Android person,
understaffed, overworked.
Yeah, as an Android person, why are things not being validated? My last 2 generations of phones are the flagship Android phone, a Pixel 3, and then a Pixel 5. And why don't apps work on them? This was not in your testing suite when you were programming your app? What the fuck? I understand, I'd be pissed if I was, using, some Xiaomi, Chinese phone with almost not real Android, and it didn't work right. I'd be like, yeah, fair. I didn't buy a mainline Android phone. I deserve this.
Yeah.
But, I'm buying this is where Android is designed and built is on these phones.
Yeah.
That's why I'm pissed. If I was buying, I only bought LG phones. Yeah, LG doesn't design Android. I can see why there's some hardware problems that cause software issues. But I'm not doing that. I've only bought the flagship Android phone. I've had a Droid 2. That was the flagship Android phone at the time. The Droid 4, the flagship Android phone at the time. The Moto X, the new flagship Android phone at the time. I've only had flagship phones.
This is the one.
The only ones I could say weren't flagships is my Droid Turbo, because technically they moved to the Moto. They had a different. That's when they began the Nexus phones, and those were the flagship Android phones. But the Turbo was based on that phone because Motorola was making them at the time, because Google owned Motorola, or Motorola owned Google. No, sorry, Google owned Motorola. That's the first time around. I'm bad at words. So they used them to make their phones. And my Turbo wasn't that bad. My Moto X was great. Everything always worked on my Moto X. Favorite phone I've ever owned. I have very little non-good memories about that phone. Except for the YouTube app being crap, but that's not new. But it's still happening now. Was happening 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It will be crap forever because they don't make they don't make their button tap spaces big enough on any of the spots of the screen except for the slider bar. Where if you sometimes tap slightly wrong near it, it goes, do you want halfway down the video? And you're like, no, I want you to pause the fucking video. Fuck, I missed the pause button a little bit. I want you to go, oh, so you want to be 3/4 of the way through? No, fuck, God, fuck.
Damn it.
Now I have to scroll back and still have to pause and still have to... But that's a separate thing. That's because YouTube engineers suck. I
do the thing where you put it on 0.25 speed and you still can't pause it at the right moment, and you're like, God damn it! How is this possible? And then you hit the back button like this guy, and it doesn't, because it goes back 5 seconds, and then it's just like, oh, hello on today's episode, and you're like, damn it!
Then you do the frame by frame, which takes forever because it's frame by frame, and videos are now 60 frames per second. Yeah. So you're like, this will take a while because I have to go 2 minutes into the video. I love the stuttering.
Wow, it's like claymation.
I do find that fun.
Yeah.
Of course, that also goes because you're laughing and you're not paying attention. You go, fuck, I missed it. Now you have to go back 5 seconds and then start again. The amount of times I can say every person who is a millennial has done that is every day.
It's not every day.
It feels like it, though. I know it's not. But we've all done it.
I hate when like people in a video make something like a little inside joke or like Easter egg lasts like 5 frames. It's like, I'm gonna kill myself. Don't do this.
I have multiple people I follow who do little like text things of like. I've Dank Pod's one of the YouTubers I follow. He's Australian. He's wonderful, wonderful gentleman. He's very funny. He rebuilds iPods, but now he did that for a while, and then he did a whole bunch of audio stuff, and now he's been reviewing crappy old MP3 players. So a lot of times he'll take them apart, and sometimes like shit will fly out of them as he like tries to pull them apart. He's like, "Come on, pull apart, bit," and you see bits just go, and he'll put like little arrows as like, "There's the stop button," and it'll be for like 5 frames as it goes across the screen.
Yeah, that is funny and like relevant.
That's about the most things he does. Is or like a little arrow, or like a screw roll, and be like, "Our friend," and I'll just get a little. Any of his things, when you pause and look, you realize it was not worth your time. It's for him because he's having fun editing, and he's just like, that doesn't have to last very long. No one needs to know I said my friend the screw.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty cute though.
He does that for every video. Has at least one little.
Mm-hmm.
He's a brick called the One Grit for smashing the shitty MP3 players before he sends them to go be e-waste. He actually is doing it because he separates the boards into a thing and the plastic to be. He actually recycles it.
Yeah, he good boy.
But the one time he smashed one, and it's like grit, and like some pieces fell off the brick. He's like, "Oh no, 1 grit damage, or mini grits." He's had multiple jokes like that. I'm poorly explaining, but it's much funnier watching a video than.
So check him out, maybe.
Yeah,
if that sounds funny.
Check out Dank Pods. He's funny as hell. He's Australian. He's a drummer. He's a musician who now his job's YouTube.
Or you could watch in sequential order every episode of Nat Disaster until you die.
Okay, maybe not until you die. I would like you to stay alive. We have lots more content to make.
No, I just mean over and over.
Just loop it until we add new things.
Just loop it until there's more content, and then continue to loop it until you.
Honestly, you probably could watch it till we made new content. We have enough content it would take a week to watch.
Yeah, that's true.
We have 27 episodes in the main campaign. This is looked at the beginning of the thing. Like
that's a joke, friends. I don't actually want you to die.
Yeah.
That would be a weird thing for me as a podcaster to say.
Please don't die. Yeah, let's just. Hey, audience. Kill yourself.
No.
For legal liability reasons, that was what they call a joke.
Yeah. Future Conlan bleep that.
It's just like Bob Burnham's thing when he did the song "Kill Yourself," and at the end he goes, "For legal reasons, I have to tell you, please do not kill yourself." Yeah. that was a comedy joke. Yeah. Joke. I think we're hitting our slowdown an hour 55 minutes.
Yeah, that's usually around when we hit it. So
that means we've made another wonderful DisasterCast. Please watch more of our content. We will eventually have another Callum campaign. I'm not saying it right now. My beers are hitting me.
Draco Tyrant.
Yeah, my beers are hitting me. I can't. I'm not used to it yet.
You never know the story of Airman?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
I said earlier. We're gonna have some more sessions of that very shortly, hopefully. I don't know when. We're trying. We gotta get schedules to realign again. I hope it did for me because
hopefully soon.
Hopefully it should be next weekend. Probably will be our next session or episode. Saturday or Sunday. We'll keep an eye on our Twitter. We should we're gonna begin getting through our backlog of crap. I think since we're not playing tomorrow, maybe part of tomorrow might be spent me and Vicky going through some DisasterCasts and posting a DisasterCast tomorrow.
Yeah.
Probably going to post a DisasterCast in session 28. 8B, which we did not talk about at all.
Whoops.
Which is what I said we were going to talk about.
We talked about
in the
it a
tweets.
little bit. We said that we couldn't remember
That Triton's name.
The Triton's name.
That was the most reference to it. We talked more about it today over the course of the day of hanging out.
True.
Sorry, you missed out, guys. We're not recording all of our D&D.
About Andy's disposition a bit.
Yeah.
About how he's been.
I didn't say we didn't think about any of it.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, we didn't talk about
the
plot.
Yeah, we didn't analyze it.
Okay. Real last minute thing. I'm so fucking excited for the fact that Paul has Identify.
Yeah, it's very helpful to us and very useful. I have things he needs.
Except for the fact that Seabreeze is literally on his way to get something identified. Let me go spend gold for no reason.
Oh, Seabreeze spends gold for no reason constantly.
True.
He is.
He does it to tip people, not to just.
He's probably still gonna tip that person too. You know that, right?
Yeah, that's true.
That's who he is. He just goes.
Yeah.
He's such a pirate. He has no concept of like.
He did give Andy like 100 gold that one time.
He has no. He's a pirate. He has no concept of like retaining wealth.
Mm.
It's only collecting it and then spending it. That's how he does wealth.
What do you do with Drunken Sailor?
Yeah, like it's okay. Raina's trouble with storing money.
Mm-hmm.
She blows money.
Yeah, I think that Andy also just like fucking spends it.
He doesn't see money as money. He just goes, "Ooh, tokens for drinks."
He's like,
and you can't count very well, so he also gets the wrong amount all the time.
Here's 5 gold.
Handsome 7, because he wasn't really looking hard.
Thank you.
The drink was 4 copper.
Oh, here's 1.
Like, I only have gold coins. I have no copper on me.
Yeah. Sorry, is that okay?
Yeah, fine. Yes, this drink is 1 gold. Perfect.
I like to play an exact change.
I feel bad that Andy gets gypped money constantly.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if there's shops where they just know it's Andy and the price goes up.
I mean, we know that Leela T at least tried to steal money from him that one time. It's because, okay, so I've said before, Andy can count to like, he knows what numbers are. He knows how to count to like 10. He can do that. It's once you ask him to add prices together.
He's gone.
If you say 7 gold, he can give you 7 gold.
Even maybe 14 gold.
Yeah.
He'll make it work. You
say, give me 7 gold and 7 gold.
Yeah.
Even that is like, okay, I'll give you 7 gold.
Give me 7 gold.
Can you
7 gold for
gold twice?
7 gold for the hat. 16 gold for the sword. That necklace you want, 6 silver. He's like, oh no.
Okay, here is my purse. Can you just...
Yeah, and then they like almost steal from him.
Yeah, and I'm sure that a couple of them have in the past, but he kind of doesn't care either.
He has enough money lying around.
Yeah, he'll let them take whatever seems right.
Do that. But I think this is gonna be the end of our DisasterCast.
Yeah,
we've hit the mid to 12-15 point.
Yeah,
so thank you anyone who has joined, the one viewer and Jeremy at one point. Thank you, Jeremy, for supporting us. You're awesome.
Happening, bud.
Maybe one day we'll get Jeremy on DisasterCast. He's a D&D player. He's done Humblewood.
Also good time.
So we'll see him later. That's it.
Thanks for joining.
Bye.
Bye.